Welcome to this Recovery and Wellbeing Academy online workshop.
Hello and welcome. This workshop is also available in a longer version for group delivery. For now though, it has been prepared for use online, especially considering how important sustaining our resilience is when we feel stressed. The amount of information we will be able to take in will certainly be limited when we are holding worries and stress. Therefore, chunking what we know into simple, bite-sized pieces can be helpful. It's when simplicity works best and age-old tried and tested methods are useful. Lots of people in workshops I have run consistently have described the sea, sand and a beach as images that relax them. Keeping this in mind, this workshop has been developed to hopefully give you an image you can bring to mind easily to remind you of this 5-point system. Think of the acronym BEACH, which can serve to be a helpful memory aid. We will go into each of these in a little more detail. B for breathe. E, emotional awareness. A, anxiety management. C, connecting to others. And H, healthy behaviors. Together can give us a useful aid to run through to help review what we have the power to do to reduce the intensity of the stress we feel and look after ourselves in the process. When we recognize we are stressed, the first thing that can become dysregulated is our breathing. This has a knock-on effect on our bodies, which in turn keeps us in a state of stress. Through simply taking deeper and slower breaths and tuning into our breathing rhythm, we can help ourselves to take pause, which gives our body a chance to come down from the stress state it is in. Many breathing apps and techniques are available that you can try, but a quick and simple one is to bring your attention to your breath, breathing rhythmically, evenly and smoothly. Attend to each in-breath and out-breath, making your out-breath slightly longer than your in-breath. Counting from 1 to 4 on your in-breath and counting from 1 to 6 on each out-breath, taking time to pause in between if that is comfortable for you. You will be experiencing a whole myriad of emotions when you feel stressed, whether that is fear, worry, uncertainty, irritability, guilt, shame. The list goes on. One of these is difficult enough to manage, but when we feel stressed, we feel a whole range of them. So tuning into our feelings, acknowledging them, and recognizing that there are good reasons for why you feel them is important. The waves of emotions we feel, once we tune into them, can help us calm. A bit like the calm after the storm. So naming our feelings can calm these tides of emotions so that they have a less far-reaching impact. Anxiety is one of the main emotions that has been found to increase our levels of stress and trigger our primitive threat systems so that we go into those familiar fight-flight modes. So when we feel anxiety, it makes sense that we are going to be more likely to filter in information that keeps our anxiety going and actually not pay attention to the information that could actually calm us. It's like fishing. We catch all that matches our anxiety and all that feeds it, and we don't notice the things we might need to catch that would have the power to reduce the anxiety we feel. Staying connected with each other, feeling a part of something, whether that be with your family, friends, work colleagues, in a group activity, can all help to sustain our sense of well-being. Reaching out to others not only help with our feelings of stress, but can also make us remember that we are not alone in the way we feel. Being human is common to us all, and with that comes the very human need of reaching out to connect, to help with the difficult feelings and thoughts we can often get absorbed in by ourselves. Keeping healthy and well is so important. as most of how we operate actually comes from our human bodies, so looking after our health becomes paramount. We cannot access our best selves when we are running on empty. Eating regularly and nutritiously, not skipping meals, which can happen easily when we are in the throes of stress. Taking regular exercise, stretches, fresh air, having good bedtime routines, keeping hydrated. These are the basic needs of our human bodies, and yet so often they become compromised when we feel stressed and anxious. Keeping ourselves healthy means we can thrive in adversity and hard times. Think of the lotus that can grow and bloom in the murkiest of waters. Coming through difficult times whilst keeping physically well has actually been found to build resilience. This is a brief introduction to help keep to hand a simple memory aid we can use for what we know works. Further workshops are being developed to help with each aspect of beach. With B, breathe, E, emotional awareness, A, anxiety management, C, connecting to others, and H, healthy behaviours. I can't promise that to follow this system, life will become a beach, but it can go some way in helping us to manage stress and sustain our resilience. So when being in the throes of stress, think of this acronym and work through it, seeing what you can do at any given time in each of the 5-point systems we have looked at together.
If you would like to leave any comments or feedback, please go to the Recovery and Wellbeing Academy's website and use the Contact Us tab to find details of how to leave us a message. Thank you for listening.